Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today, we're making a completely shelf-stable meal for the shelf-stable pantry collaboration put on by Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri. Today, I'm taking a bit of a unique turn with mine. A lot of the recipes that you see that are shelf-stable tend to be kind of high carb. Mine's going to be a little bit different today, and we're actually going to be making keto chicken Alfredo. Pretty sweet, huh? I made this recipe the other day. It was delicious, and I decided that I had to share it with you guys. So it is, the noodles are made with some salt, beef gelatin, and eggs. I'm using the farm fresh eggs. If you don't have access to eggs, there's a lot of variations with this. You can use the whole egg. You can use like one whole egg and the rest of them egg whites. You can use the egg whites out of the carton. I'm just told that you need 1 cup of eggs. You can also use like the freeze dried eggs and just reconstitute them. Just make sure that you make it kind of a sort of a thicker, like a real egg white consistency, not like a liquid pourable like water. You know, you want to get the consistency just right, and that will be kind of the ticket to actually making these things what you need to make them. You can use turkey, ground beef, there's pulled pork, another roast beef accidentally grabbed. Oh, and a third one apparently. Why did I grab 3 roast beef? What in the world? You could use Spam. I would just kind of grill it up ahead of time. Some canned corned beef. You got smoked ham, crab legs. This one actually I think would be really over the top delicious. And then so you could use salmon, you could use albacore. The possibilities are endless. Whatever kind of protein source. You could even use beans with this if you really wanted to. But for this particular recipe today, I'm doing keto. So I've been following keto for the last week or so, and so I want to make sure that I'm eating this meal that I'm preparing for you guys. But I want to make sure that you guys know there are tons of variations that you can do with this. Make sure that you guys head over to all the other channels that are taking part in the Shelf Stable Pantry collaboration. We'll make sure to link the playlist down below as well as all the other channels down below so that you guys can go and check them out if you haven't already. There are a ton of super delicious and super creative recipes of things that you can do. There's also usually a printable recipe down below, and you can click on that, or you can copy and paste it. You can print it out, and Mary Ellen has a recipe binder decoration, I don't know what you call it, an insert that you can put into a binder. You can print these out, and then you can just collect all of these recipes every month that we're putting these out. Add it to your notebook, so if ever you needed something when the power was out and you're left to rely on your pantry, you can have all of these recipes at your fingertips and know what to do with all the food that you have. So let's get into this. First thing we need is 1 cup of eggs, 1 cup of powdered eggs reconstituted, 1 cup of egg whites. If you're using the boxed carton, 3/4 of a cup of boxed egg whites. I'm choosing to do whole eggs because that's what I want to eat. It does make it taste a little more eggy, but I'm okay with that. To that, we're gonna add a healthy pinch of salt and 2 tablespoons of powdered gelatin. Okay. Next, you can mix it by hand, I'm told. I've never done it. I just use my wand mixer. I forgot to get the pan warming up. Hold on. You should have your pan hot by now. I'm pretty sure it's warm. We'll find out. I don't have a clue how much it matters how fresh you use it, but it's definitely starting to get thick. And according to the recipe that I saw, this should be a third. It should make 3 of these, but when I made it, it was more like 5. So I don't have a crepe pan. It's really handy. If you have a crepe pan, insert crepe pan here, because you're basically making crepes and then you're cutting them into noodles. So you're just gonna kind of swoosh it around. You guys probably would like a closer up shot, huh? So you can see it's kind of getting these bubbles. Just, I think that's the time that you flip it, right? Maybe I should use butter. I used butter last time, but it gave it like a charred look. So I figured I would try without the butter. Even with a non-stick pan, that's not a smart idea. So use some kind of oil in your pan so this doesn't happen. I'm gonna find something that will actually release this from the pan. Oh, there we go. There we go. Like butter, but not with it. Okay. Yeah, see, this one's way too cooked. I'm probably just gonna put some syrup on it. Which, by the way, it tastes like a pancake. Or a crepe, whatever. It's delicious. I want these to cool as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna put them on a wire cookie sheet. Okay, let's get the butter this time. So I'm gonna try some shelf-stable ghee this time instead. One, because it's shelf-stable, and two, it handles heat a little better than butter. In theory, it won't char as much. It won't get all black and ghee. Okay, so let's turn the heat down just a little bit. I think I've been having it at medium-high, closer to high. I think that cooking this at more of a medium might be better. Slower cooking maybe won't have as much issues. Oh yeah, that's wanting to release just right now. And you really want this to be thin, like you're making a crepe. And it being thin is also what makes it so that you can make noodles out of it. You can be as picky as you want your food to turn out to be. I'm pretty lenient and lax with that sort of thing. I'm gonna cook all these off and I'll bring you back when we're ready to make the sauce and turn these into noodles. And you wanna cook these up and let them cool off like pretty completely. You could even put them in the freezer for a few minutes to get them to be nice and cool. So I'm almost done with my second batch of these noodles. I had to make a second batch because I had to figure out how to get this thing cooking. So, definitely just a scotch above medium high, or pardon me, a scotch above medium. So not quite medium high and not quite medium, definitely not lower. Seem to be perfect for this. And it doesn't take very long. If you get it nice and thin, it doesn't take long at all to cook these. But these are not like cooked, they're not crunchy. You could even use these as a tortilla if you wanted to. I mean, a very careful tortilla is not gonna hold together like gluten, but you know, if you're keto, sometimes just having a tortilla, even if it's not a real one, is kind of nice to have. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and flip this guy. All the crepes are done. We're gonna go ahead and get our chicken Alfredo warming up. If you want to toss any other veggies in here, you totally can. Like if you have some dehydrated stuff, I bet peas would probably be good in this. I know broccoli would if you have like freeze-dried broccoli. I tend to like it rather plain. I made it was like an Alfredo with real noodles in it one time for my husband recently. And he's like, that's good. It was just kind of plain. I was like, well, that's kind of why I like it. You know, it's not this over flavorful, like max out your palate thing. It's good comfort food. And broccoli chicken Alfredo was one of my favorite meals growing up. I would always order it when we went out to eat to like Olive Garden. So I figured I would share a keto-fied version with you. I don't know if you guys are ever on the hunt for a good spatula set, but I just got these from Amazon and I love them. They're just super cute. They're gray with like I don't know what color that would be, seafoam. And it's all one piece, and that is super important for me. I've been on the hunt for these. If you've been following, I've been on the hunt for these for a long time. And I finally ordered some from Amazon. I actually ordered a really big set of them. It was like 3 different sets because I just fell in love with them. And I'm so happy I did. Anyways, if you guys are looking for a good set of these things, I'll link these down below for you. I'm just gonna add some chicken to it. I just got this chicken out of the crock pot, like I said, because I just made some broth for my husband who needs to heal up his shoulder. So we're just gonna include some of the chicken. And we're gonna can the rest. A lot of people like to cook the chicken separate from the sauce. I don't. I like to keep things simple. Let's go make some noodles. We're gonna go ahead and take a few of these guys, some of the better ones, because I did cook 2 batches. So we'll just take like 3 of these, and roll them up. just slice them. Gives a whole new meaning to egg noodle, right? Sorry, dumb joke. I got the dad jokes. So then you just take these, put them in your bowl, and you've got fettuccine noodles. And they do hold up surprisingly well. I mean, they're not going to be like super crunchy, but they're not soggy. I actually really like these. I think they're delicious. That's a lot of noodles. Let's start out here, shall we? So now we're going to go ahead and pour our chicken Alfredo mixture on top. So we're ready to go ahead and give this a try. So good. Oh my goodness. Like I said earlier, it's definitely one of those things, it's more of like a comfort type food. So, I mean, if you are in a situation where you do need to rely completely 100% on your pantry, a little comfort food would go a long way. We definitely have a winner here. I really hope that you guys try this. This recipe is definitely more of like a homesteader shelf-stable pantry type of recipe, but I've given you all the things that you need to make this a 100% shelf-stable recipe. You can just use canned meat. You can use dehydrated or freeze-dried eggs or egg whites and just use those and reconstitute them and use those instead. And you have everything that you need. Like those are the only real substitutions that you would really want to make with those to make it completely like forever shelf stable, well, forever-ish shelf stable. But if you are like a homesteader like me, you have access to eggs and you have access to, you know, ready access to chickens, or if you have a freezer, or, you know, if you just want great ideas. I think that this is definitely a fantastic recipe and you should totally give it a try. Make sure that you guys go and check out all the other channels in the collaboration. Again, they're going to be linked down below for you guys. Head over to Mary Ellen's channel, Prepper Potpourri, and share your love with her. Tell her how much you appreciate that she's putting on this collaboration. I think is a fantastic idea. She put in so much work behind the scenes, and I hope that you guys will go over there and share your love with her. Along the lines of shelf-stable pantry items, I wanted to make sure to let you guys know for the rest of this entire month, I'm going to be taking part in another collaboration, and that one is the Every Bit Counts challenge put on by Three Rivers Homestead. And every single day this month, in every single vlog that I'm doing this entire month, I'm going to be doing some type of food preservation. Canning, dehydrating, freezing, fermenting, all the things that I like to do normally, but I'm going to be doing it daily. And through my daily vlogs, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can actually do that on a daily basis, like what's involved. Like, it's not just throwing it into the dehydrator and walking away. Like, no, you have to deal with it the next day. What do you do with it the next day? And then same thing with canning. Like, yeah, I'm canning it today, but in 24 hours I have to take it out, I have to wash it. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through all that as much as I can and share with you guys kind of what that looks like on a daily basis instead of just project by project, but like, what do you do every day? Hopefully that sounds awesome to you. If you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri. We are transplants from Washington State, and I'm bringing you along doing daily vlogs with you guys and sharing with you everything that I'm doing around the home to turn it into a homestead, as well as bringing you along for videos like this in the kitchen and all the things that are going to be coming up this next month. It should be super exciting. I'm totally psyched about it. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button right here. This is where all the awesomeness happens. This is where you get to come back and say hi later on. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. Over here is my last pantry shelf-stable collaboration video, and then up here is my shelf-stable pantry playlist. Make sure you check that out for all kinds of inspiration. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.